perfect.
Okay, great. So I am a livestock inspector supervisor at the Airport Animal Quarantine Station. We're a division of the Department of Agriculture. Our service is a little more hidden than most other departments, in that we prevent a lot of bad things from coming in that is common on the mainland that we do not have here. So we perform a hidden service. We do not have rabies in the state of Hawaii, and rabies actually can be quite devastating. If you think about your drive home, all the cats and chickens, and there's wild pigs in the hills and stuff, and rabies here would be really bad. Also ticks, there's several kinds of ticks we have that we keep out. So the rabies actually is kind of insidious in that your dog can go out and pee out in the mainland, and rabid raccoon bites him on the back leg or something, and it makes a little scab, he runs off. You don't know that the dog is actually sick for quite a while, up to 4 months or so. So it can take that long to show. So it is transferable to humans, which is why we also don't want that here. You don't hear much about it, especially with this pandemic going on, but if you look it up, there are actually quite a few cases every month. The ticks, we only have one kind of tick. It's a brown dog tick, and we don't have Lyme disease. We don't have these deer ticks or wood ticks that carry those kind of diseases. That's the other thing that we try to keep out as much as we can. Statistically speaking, our front office, I'll show you a picture in there in a minute, is where the airlines bring the owners that have animals to have their animals inspected. Our common area is a 10x6 office in the front. It was meant to be a one-way room. It's 10 feet by 6 feet. And it gets quite busy. So in 1990, when we opened and started doing data, we saw 3,715 dogs and cats arrive. That was when it was a one-way room. They came in and they were transported to the main station in IAEA, and they stayed there for 6 months. No questions asked. The only way you could get out after 6 months or before 6 months is if you left the state. So in 2019, we processed 18,969 dogs and cats. In 2005, we actually started a 5-day or less program so that the dogs and cats could be released if they were properly prepared on the mainland. So over the last 30 years, which is probably way longer than most of you have been alive, we've seen a 510% increase in traffic. But the office remains the same. So this office is on Eva Service Road. It's in between Terminal 1 and 2. And as you can see, this picture here, it was taken at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There's no shade provided. There's no amenities. There's just that. And beyond that window there, or beyond that door, is the 10x6 space that we share with the public. The public comes in there to bring in and sign out their animals. We've tried to ask for a 2-person limit, which becomes quite problematic when we release about 100 animals a day, all between the hours of 8:30 a.m. and 5 p.m. That's what our intercom looks like on the outside of the door that you can't see from that picture. And this is our older Fred Flintstone technology that we have actually using at this moment. Our phone systems are wired. The Department of Transportation has put in fiber optic network. However, due to the computer chip shortage that is worldwide, they're not able to turn on the fiber optics until at least June of next year. So this is our dilemma. Whoops, okay, that's it. Shoot, I ran out of space. Okay, so the issue is, let's go back to this one here. No, I don't know how to back up. Sorry, technical difficulties. So right here, often the owners will come in, they're asked to give the animals to our caretakers, which are inside. And we have an air-conditioned area in the back where we keep the animals so that they're safe. The people, however, especially ones from like Alaska, have to stand out here and listen to that tiny little intercom if their name is called to go in and sign out their animals. We've had many people come in really, really super hot and near heat stroke in some instances. We have asked them to go seek shade. We try to call them, but with today's phones, I don't know how many people have robo-killers on their phones, but the phones automatically won't ring a blocked call. And our phone lines are not labeled as being, they just say state of Hawaii, or they don't have, they just say blocked call. So people won't answer their phones. So this is my ask. We have Fred Flintstone technology in our phone systems and our communication effort. We're in an office that is, the small office for the public keeps us safe from, especially during the pandemic. And also there's the back area is close to the tarmac. So we're asking for a way to get in touch with the owners remotely to let them know their dogs are ready, dogs and cats are ready to come and sign in or sign out. We have explored QR codes, but then we would need to have an email open at all times on the screen. We have no funding for an app. Apps are very, 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 very expensive. And our department doesn't have that kind of budget. And that is our ask. A lot of times with owners that don't understand our program come to Hawaii and they are frustrated because they can't communicate with us. Yeah, so that's about it. We're asking for the young minds of today to figure out a way to remotely communicate with them so that they can seek shade and the air condition in the terminals until they're ready to be serviced. Okay, thank you.